Hello, Robbie here from Savestores, and I am sitting in front of one of my favorite machines. This is the Janome 3160Qdc, and it is quite a value, especially with the special bundle we have going on, but it is quite the machine as well, and it has a lot of features that you typically don't find in a machine at this price point. So I got to tell you right now, we're going to jump in, and I'm just going to sew through. I made a jean seam here. So this is going to be one of the hardest things that people generally sew is going to be kind of our denim. So we're going to go up and over this thick seam with a push of a button. And I love this because it has a quick reverse. So watch this. We're going to sew and it's going to go forward, backwards, and start sewing automatically for me to tie off. We'll go up and over our thick seam and I'll show you how we do that. And we're going to go right on to, are you ready for this? Nothing, and right on to, you ready for this? Oop, our scissors, right onto toilet paper. So I literally sewed from the thickest of the thick, 9 layers of denim right up and over that thick seam, onto nothing, right onto, believe it or not, literally toilet paper. No puckering, no jamming, no nothing. Now this machine, I'll cover some of the features on the front of it real quick, has an awesome storage compartment. I love to put my M&Ms in here, but you can put all the accessories that come with the machine in there if you like. It's also a free arm machine. So we can do our pant legs, our cuffs, our collars, things like that easily on the machine. But one of the things that makes this so amazing as part of our bundle is you're getting a free extension table. These cost a lot of money. This one's included free. So it slides right on, and what it does is it gives us a big work surface to work with, which I absolutely love. Now, on the machine here, we have an adjustable pressure foot pressure, which most machines don't have, so we can adjust how hard the foot is pressing against our fabric. We have a hands-free or foot-free sewing feature with a start-stop button, a quick reverse, a tie-off. Quilters love this because it'll make the machine stop and tie off in one spot so you don't notice a knot on the back. We have our needle down and our needle up function right here with a push of a button. So no more needing to turn the hand wheel, which is great, but even better than that, we have our scissors button. And what this does is it stops, it cuts the thread, and it raises the needle to the perfect height. We have a slider speed control. And then we've got our dial selection with our quick reference stitches here, which make it really easy to use. So included right now during this special promotion is we've got a quilter's package. So this is part of it, the extension table. And I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but there's a ruler built into this. And it has inches. We don't care about the millimeters, right? We're in America. But it's got the measurements on there so that you can quickly measure. I'm always looking for a tape measure when I'm sewing. You can quickly measure. But right now we're throwing in a quilter's bundle attachment, which also has a 1/4-inch foot. And there's something special about this 1/4-inch foot that I want to show. So when I'm sewing and I'm swapping feet and doing fun things, and I come in here to sew, we have our 1/4-inch foot on, which if your needle is in the right spot, it works great. The problem is sometimes we have our foot in the wrong spot and we just step on the gas and start going. Well, Janome, those Japanese, they have a spot with a hole in the foot. You see that? So it goes into the foot. It's not to actually sew, but it's to prevent those mistakes that we have where our needle accidentally hits the foot. So you're going to get a 1/4-inch foot. You're going to get an open toe foot. This is great for doing applique, which is where we tack down any of the fabric on top. And we have a couple stitches here that are for applique. We have our 17, 18, 19. And of course a satin stitch that you can just tighten up, which is really cool. We have a seam guide. And these are great. We don't need it for quilting because we have a 1/4-inch one. But this is great for you garment sewers, or if maybe you're doing home deck, and you can put a little guide here so that you can get maybe a seam allowance that's bigger than a 1/4 inch, and it just screws in, and they give you 2 different screws. For this machine, I would use the shorter screws so you don't have to screw it in quite as long. Just a little pro tip there. You're also going to get a walking foot, and this foot alone is over $50–$60. And what it does is it gives us guiding on the top and the bottom to help pull fabric through. So this is maybe going to be where we're finishing up our top and we're putting it all together. So we have our top, our back, and our batting. It's going to help feed it nice and even. In the olden days, look at me, the olden days, they called this a plaid matcher. So when you sewed shirts and dresses, all of your plaids and stripes would line up, and it just gives you even feed. This also comes with a guide, and I love this for quilting because maybe we want to do patchwork or grid quilting. We can put this on and you can adjust this so that you can follow your previous stitch and you can get parallel lines to make it really easy to use. And that's what I love. Easy is fun. Also, this machine has the ability to drop the feed dogs so that we can do free motion quilting. So we can actually finish our quilts with a walking foot or with a free motion foot. And I picked this foot for you. It's clear so you can see what's going on, but it's open in the front here. So you can really see where you're going and where it needs to move. And I like this one because it kind of hops as you sew. So it kind of gives you a rhythm to make sewing easier. And again, easy is fun. So also included with this package right now, you're going to get our garment construction feet. So we have our zipper foot here, which is great because it's a 2-position zipper foot. So you can put it so the needle sews on the left of the foot or the right of the foot. We also have a satin stitch foot. And what makes this foot unique is if we turn it over, there's a little channel in the middle here for the stitch to go. So if you're doing a thick or a dense decorative stitch, it doesn't hang up on the foot. It is plastic, but Janome installed these metal bars in here to help make the foot last longer. And that's the thing about Janomes, they just last. Here's a blind stitch foot. And what this does is this is what we're going to use to do hemming on pants, maybe the back of a curtain. And let me show you. This is one of those stitches that if you did, it could really pay for itself. So we're just going to put the foot on here. And we're going to pick our blind stitch foot, which on this one is going to be 13 or 14. I'm going to do 14 because I'm going to sew with some stretchy fabric. And we're just going to take and fold, do our fold here. And we're just going to do a blind stitch. How about that? I used to joke when I did demos. I said, we're going to do a blind hem. All right, close your eyes. Oops, and I slowed it all the way down with our slider speed control. I can go a little faster than that. So let me show you. So if you've ever sent a skirt out, pair of pants, or anything that you needed to hem, or a curtain, they're very expensive. And this right here, tacked it all up. And if we look on the back side, it's all finished. How easy is that? So easy to do. And that's what I love about this. We also have, our next foot in the line here, is a serger foot. So if you've ever heard of a serger, it's what they use to finish off the edges of garments. It prevents fraying. It's a stretch fabric or a stretch stitch, so it's got some stretch. Janome's is built a little different. It's got this little brush here. And what that does is it kind of fluffs up the thread a little bit as it comes over the edge to soften it so that it's not as stiff. So it folds better over the fabric and sits better. And I'll show you how easy it is for us to do that. We'll drop this down. And I'm going to make a little something fun here for us. And we have stitch number, we will do 11. We'll put this on. And again, this has a little guide for us so that as we sew, it just goes right down the edge. And here we go. Watch this. Scissors. Cut the threads for us. How cool is that? But that easy. We have a collar and it stretches. It won't pop. How cool is that? I love that. So you now have a serger as well built into this machine. Now I'm going to show you the buttonholer because this is so cool. I'm going to take, you're going to get 14 bobbins with this machine. But I'm going to take one of these bobbins and I'm going to put it in the back of the foot here. So we're going to pretend this is a button. All we do is put it on the machine here. Pull down our little measuring lever here. Super easy. And I'm going to take some fabric and we're going to pick a keyhole buttonhole. This is like the hardest one to do. So number 55. And I'm going to stick her under here. And this part I love. I'm going to show you what hands-free sewing is. So I just unhooked my foot pedal. So this easy, I can push the start button and it's going to make our buttonhole for us automatically. And on top of that, it's going to measure. And then Janome sews both sides in the same direction. So if you ever remember making buttonholes and one side was thicker than the other, it's because your machine wasn't a Janome and didn't sew both sides in the same direction. Now watch this. I'm going to hit my scissors button. It cuts the threads for us. I pull her right out and it's done. How cool is that? Isn't that neat? Now I'm going to give you a little pro tip. If you want to cut this out, what I do is I put a little pin right here at the top. And when you grab your seam ripper and you rip it up, you won't cut into this bar tack at the top because that pin will stop you. So, cool little trick. You can thank me later. Thank me later. But that's how easy it is to do buttonholes. And they auto size. So every time you do a buttonhole, they're automatically done the right size. Now included with this as well is a screwdriver. And I love this because you can take your needle plate off. You can loosen your needle. You can take your foot off. It's just a really handy little screwdriver. It doesn't have a big handle that you have to hold on to, but it's got a nice thick spot. So you can get quite a bit of leverage to make it easy to loosen up. We also get a dusting brush because you're going to want to clean this out, which is nice. You get a spool cap, and I'm using the small spool cap up here, and you get a larger spool cap if you're using the jumbo spools. We also get a, ready for this, extra spool pin and a spool felt that you can put on here. And what this is great for is you're going to get a twin needle that comes with the machine. But on top of that, sometimes you might be using what's called a stacked thread. So this would be like your monofilament, maybe metallic, threads that aren't that fun to sew on. If you have them coming off sideways, they actually sew a lot better and they don't twist. So really neat thing, comes with it for free, so you can do twin needle sewing on this. We're also throwing in 10 extra bobbins that aren't included with the machine. So you get 4 with the machine, 10 that are part of our bundle to make 14 bobbins thrown in. We're also going to throw in the Ultra Glide foot, and I love this. This is a heavy-duty machine, so you can sew on leather, vinyl, anything that's kind of sticking to the foot. My wife sews Minky and uses an Ultra Glide foot. Minky's a very fun fabric to sew on. We also are going to give you some packs and needles so that you can get some extra things. So the blue tips are going to be for anything really lightweight or anything that's got stretch or synthetic with it. You're going to want to use a blue tip. With our purple tips, you're going to want to use for any of your quilting, piecing, any of that stuff. So you're going to get set up, whether you're a garment sewer, a quilter, or anything in between. We're going to get you set up with a bundle right now that's absolutely incredible on this 3160Qdc from Janome. It's an excellent machine. It's got an unbeatable 25-year warranty. It's coming with so many extras right now as part of our bundle. If you're interested in getting it and you have some questions, you can call us at 503-775-7283. We're in Oregon. We have no sales tax. So the price on the website is the price you're going to pay. Right now, it's free shipping. Plus, you're going to get this special bundle for a limited time. So again, if you have any questions, call 503-775-7283. Again, I'm Robbie from Savestores. I want to thank you for watching this video. This is an awesome machine. I know you're going to like it. And we'd love to get it in your hands and you can start having fun. Bye.